All right, well, peace, peace, peace. First and foremost, man, hopefully the Most High in your house shall blessing your day. By His mercies, we are consumed. For allowing the Most High in your house shall body into a naturally alive, man. Into a naturally alive, and yeah, man, we're gonna kind of get into this, man, because you know what's crazy, man. Like we're gonna get into all of this and how because this is on the morning praise and how honestly the law of testimony, man, this is all the same word, man. And because I was talking about this with um one of my brothers, man, and like one shout out to the brother from Sunday Firstborn, brother Dwayne. The class is on now, but I want to touch on this, man, because this was on morning praise, but really, because yeah, that's what I was talking about with one of my brothers that was here. Because when the word is within somebody, man, it just flows out of them, and because a lot of time Paul is talking like the law in the book and the prophets, but you know, but um, but really, like when the word's in you, and also to the gospel witness and testimony. But when the word is in you, it's going to flow out of you, honestly. So, and here's the most important thing, right? Well, sorry, when rather in temptation, there's trials and tribulations, or like in this life, or I kind of want to talk about that too, but we'll talk about something else for the moment. Trials and tribulations. It's more. It's not always just. It's not really about. I mean, it's the raw praise to the Most High in your house, if it is, but book, chapter, verse coming to mind. But no, it's about the Most High in your house, word coming to your mind, man, and that's what it's about. So yeah, man, we're gonna get into this, man, because actually, man, when the fruits of the spirit, man, because this on the you know, morning prayers, man, that just kind of goes back, like of course, to the law, but with the Most High Hashem's name, it's byproducts of in Exodus 34:6 and number 14:18, who the Most High Hashem are, like and when I say okay, let me clarify this too. Let us clarify this as well. Pretty much, man, the Most High, like Yahushua is the Most High as in an aspect of he's the living embodiment of him. Honestly, he's the living embodiment of the Father. That's why I say you have seen me, you seen the Father. But it's no, because I kind of like we kind of get this question a lot. But no, the Most High and Yahushua, they're not the same entity. Honest, they're not that they're the same entity, but they're one. They're on the same accord. They have the same mind. They have the same goals. And Yahushua is the Father, is the Most High, that he's the living embodiment of the Father, man. That's just is what it is, and he's the and that's why I say if you seen the Father, you see me. Honestly, he's the living embodiment of the Most High. Honestly, in the flesh. Honestly, like that's just is what it is. Because my grandpa that passed away, a few years ago, and at the funeral, at the memorial service, my older brother, he said, "Listen," he said, he said, "I am Leroy Hammond." Like not that he's the actual, they're the same person, but he's the living embodiment. He's carrying on his will. Honestly, that's what he meant. Or just like it's the same thing, like when people used to say about Kobe with Jordan. Honestly, it's like he's like he's the he's pretty much a byproduct of living the embodiment of what Jordan did. That's where the whole Mamba mentality is really the Jordan mentality. That's where it came from. But that's another conversation for another day. Point being is that I just wanted to clarify that because a lot of times we get that here, and it just is what it is. But yes, the Yahushua Christ was a living embodiment of the Most High. Like, it's not that they're the same entity. It has nothing to do with the Trinity. Let's say that again. It's nothing to do with Trinity. It's none of that. But it's just really. But we ain't gonna keep wasting time on that. But yeah, I just wanted to clarify that. Honestly, he's just a living embodiment of the Most High. He's not the. He's not. They're not the same entity. No, they're not. But he's just the living embodiment of him. That's it. But let's get back to the point. My bad, Joe. We had to detour on that real quick because I wanted us to go over that because we get a lot of that of that, and also too I just use those Jordan and like that's natural examples, honestly, fleshly, earthly examples, but that's just neither here nor there. Let's get Psalms real quick. Because how this is relates to the law and like the letter, man. fruits of the spirit, man. No, let's get it right. Psalms chapter 51 verse 12, because this was the morning prayers this morning. This was it. It says, "Return unto me the joy of thy salvation, and uphold me thy free spirit." So see that? So pretty much, man. That's kind of saying the same thing. If we look at it, what's above? Let's look at the verse above. Cast me not away from thy presence, and take not thy Holy Spirit away from me. Verse 12. It says, "Restore unto me thy salvation, and uphold me with thy free spirit." So let's go to Galatians, man, because that joy. He said the joy of thy salvation. And we're going to see, and what's his joy? Of course, it's really the spirit, honestly. Because if one, it's it's saying the same thing. Because one, if the joy is part of the fruits of the spirit, then that's part of the Holy Spirit, man. Because that just says when the fruits of the spirit is a byproduct when the word is within you, honestly, and it's who you are. It's nothing that we can really practice, honestly. It's just who we are, who you are. Galatians chapter 5 verse 22. It says, "But the fruit of the spirit is love, joy, peace, long suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. Against there is no law." So see that. So he says, Psalms, to go back to Psalms, it says, "Restore unto me the joy of thy salvation, and uphold me with thy free spirit." So yeah, exactly. So really, he's saying the same thing as the verse above, "Cast not thy Holy Spirit away from me," man, because joy is the byproduct of the fruits of the spirit, and that's really part of the spirit, and that's your joy in the Lord, not just a natural happy joy. That's part of it too, but your joy in the Lord, honestly. Because if you're joyful in the Lord, then you're gonna be joyful, and it's gonna trickle over in natural life. Not saying as on the natural side, humans are not gonna go through things, but man, it's what it is. That's why Sirach Ecclesiastes says, "Whatever brought upon you, take cheerfully, man." And what's the salvation? It's pretty much talking about the Most High Yahushua, man. Honestly, it's talking about them, because it's Exodus 15. Let's go to Exodus 15. It says, "The Lord is my strength and my song, and He has become my salvation. He is my God, and I will prepare for Him my habitation, my Father's God, and I will exalt Him." Exactly, man. So that's just what it is, man. So it's really talking about He is, and Yahushua, what does Yahushua mean? He shall deliver. He is salvation, honestly. And most High, they're salvation. So pretty much, man, that's the salvation. Pretty much, don't take your Holy Spirit away from me. He's saying it again in the next verse, honestly, because joy is part of the fruits of the Spirit, which the byproduct is really the part of the Holy Spirit, of course. And he's saying, don't take your joy from me. So pretty much, don't cast me away from the presence, man. Man, that's all goes into being a castaway as well, if we really want to think about it, man. But really, man, hopefully it's edifying, man. And yeah, man, that's just what it is. I really want to talk about this too, man, because things going pretty well good. We wanted to go into, why I keep saying we wanted to go into how this is trusting in the Most High House at all times. And even when trials and tribulations, but also things are kind of turning around for me. But I still have to even go harder when things are good, honestly, because a lot of times even natural people don't like this, honestly. When when somebody that person or that party you only hear from when you need something. Honestly, this kind of gets annoying. So how much more is that for the Most High House, man? Okay, because we've seen it too, because when I seen this seeking when things are rough and trials and tribulations, but also too when things are good, man. Honestly, so that's just what it is, man. And we need to focus on the first part as well when things are good as well, not to forget about them, honestly. Because but that's another video for something that we're gonna go over too, man. So hopefully everything's well with y'all brothers and sisters. So peace.